to Rachel Mella Crafts. Rachel here. I hope you are all well and Happy New Year if I haven't already mentioned it to you. So in my last video, I mentioned to you that we would be following along with a Junk Journal January with Meg's Journals. We are supporting that in our Facebook group. So if you haven't yet been over and had a little look at the Facebook group, please do go over and check out all of the posts that are being put on there. And obviously follow the hashtag Junk Journal January. All of the information can be found on Meg's Journals YouTube channel, and I've popped the link for you down below. So for those of you that are ploughing on with your Valentine journals, I am very pleased to tell you I have a new kit finally for you today, and I'm going to do a quick flip through in a moment to show you the new Valentine kits. So there are 4 kits. I have done a Junk Journal Pages kit, I have done a Backgrounds paper kit, I have done a Fussy Cuts paper kit, and I have done a large ephemera add-on. So I'm going to very quickly flip through them for you, just so that you can have a good look at the pages. And then I will tell you about the freebies, and then we'll have a little play, shall we? Because I haven't been in my craft room to make anything for, oh my gosh, so long, and I've got loads of things to tell you about. Okay, anyway, so let's get on and have a look. So this is the Shabby Blue Valentine kit. I tried to do something a little bit different to the traditional Valentine's reds and pinks. I thought, yeah, you know me, I did say there was going to have to be a blue kit coming up, and blue is what I came up with. So let's have a little look. So there are subtle elements of hearts. You may or may not be able to see that in the background there. Hearts and flowers. My son did come down the one evening. I was like, Dan, quick, come and cast your beady eye over. I need some critique. And he was like, Mum, I think you need more flowers. I was like, oh, okay. So you have Dan to thank for the extra flowers. There weren't many flowers to start with. But yeah, so some of the pages you can use on the either or orientation even, not the orient. Sounds like a train. But the majority of them, there will be elements, like I say, the hearts or what have you. Also, it's not limited just to Valentine's. I've tried to keep it quite, you know, romantics, but not stuck in a sense as in you can't use it for anything else, if that makes sense. So you can see there's a book page in the back here that is titled Romance of Old Letters. You can see that in there. And yeah, I've just tried to subtly, obviously bear in mind these pages are meant to be folded, so these two probably will never be together. It's difficult, so I'm trying to remember that. But yeah, so no, really pleased with that page. Lots of layer in there, a little bit of the 3D effect going on. Pop this lovely romantic couple in here for you, and then a vintage book cover. Oh, these two are so cute. Again, like I'd say, I've tried to incorporate something for everybody's taste. So I know some of you like the old, some of you like the more modern. But again, just weaving in the different elements of, well, what I consider to kind of reflect the romantics, really. And just something, I just thought we'd just try something a little different for Valentine's. You know me, always pushing the boundaries of the norm. This one's perhaps more of a traditional image you'd expect to see, with a lovely cuddly teddy bear there. And then this flower, which is actually an embroidered flower. So you should be able to see the kind of thread elements of that as well, with the doily in the background. And then we've got this lovely heart-shaped hot air balloon, and obviously the cute truck. And then again, I've gone with this kind of really shabby overlay. This one, of course, is in fact, I'm not going to tell you what that image is from. I want you all to leave a comment and tell me where you think that's from, okay? So I'm not going to tell you, but I saw it and I thought, oh, that reminds me of, and I'm see if how many of you make the connection with that particular image there. But yeah, drop me a comment, guys, and don't forget to say hi. I love it when you say hi. So yeah, just little elements in the back. Love, love, love. And then again, there's just a little bit of French in the background there, another little heart shape here. But again, really, you're not restricted with this kit. You can use it at any particular point that you like, really. I'm not even sure if, oh, I love this here. These are just so cute. I'm sure they're forget-me-nots, aren't they? But I'm not entirely certain. I don't think I've actually put the word Valentine in anywhere either. So, you know, I really wanted to kind of leave it open to your own interpretation. Is that the word I'm looking for? Little journal page there I've popped in for you as well, with some lovely you know, if you were to do it like an album or what have you, if you wanted it for scrapbooking. So there's a page of that there too. And then this one as well. And then, so that's the junk journaling pages, if that makes sense. And then, of course, me being me, I'm trying to just not keep printing stuff out now single-sided. So I've already printed all of my background kit onto the back. Yeah, just so that I can get straight on now and use that. So that was the junk journal pages. That's this one here, Shabby Blue Valentine, and it's the journal page kit. Okay, then there is the Shabby Blue Valentine backgrounds, and I will show you these pages now. So you've got this lovely page here, and then this one here. Oh, these are super shabby. Oh, I haven't quite trimmed that properly. I've printed these out this time, and I've left the border because I find that when I'm using my coffee dye paper and then I'm putting the printed pages in as well, I always end up then having to cut away. So I've left the white on this time, and I did trim away a little because you always end up cutting your pages down a bit, don't you? So, and they just print quicker. There's some ledger paper stuff going on there, different, again, like I said, different orientation. So you could use that any which way you like. Doesn't never matter if there's a bit of print upside down. I quite like that actually. And then there's that one there. Again, which is some nice overlay with, you can see the shabby is really coming through. And then we've got some love, 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 and some letter effects going on there, which we will talk more about in a moment. And then I've done a set then of these collage pages, and I've added in again the stitching detail like I did with the ones for autumn, which I really enjoyed working with. I know a lot of you did, so thank you. I love it when I get feedback and when you give me I'm sorry, I just got to say, the text message just come up on my phone from my son, and he's just said, I don't know why, but I just feel really happy today. Oh, did it just touch your heart? Love, that's brilliant. That's really good. I'm really pleased to hear that, Rob. So sorry, I've just shared that with everybody now. But he's gone back to uni. He's in the middle of exams this week, love him. He was a little stressed yesterday because he was doing his exams. None of that, of course, is relevant to what I'm showing you here, the kit. You all focus on the kit. Sorry, my brain just went somewhere else then. So yeah, this is just a mixture of all different kind of shabby backgrounds that I felt fit the romantics theme. There should be 6 of these. There is one I think I may not have printed because I was trying to fit them all more on. And then this one here, which is a lovely giant postcard with a heart background. This is my favourite-ish page. I love this page. I can see I'm going to be working with this lots. And this will go with probably the majority of my kits as well. And again, this one too. So really loving those. So that's the background. Sorry, I know I'm waffling off at a tangent again. I know I'm difficult to follow sometimes, I'm sure, because my brain... What's the word? Grasshoppers about a bit. But... well, it's because the text came out. I need to... No, I won't. I can't put my phone on airplane mode when I'm filming because I'm always afraid if the children try to get hold of me and then I've got my phone on silent. It's not very good, is it? So, there we are. Next kit, ephemera add-on. So this one, I'm going to count through the pages now. We've got... this page here, which I think actually should be that way up. Yes, it is. So we've got pockets. That's meant to fold like a little notebook. So you can make like a tiny little mini journal with. That's the cover. And then you've got some little tags. Oh, I've just really enjoyed doing this ephemera kit because the background pages, again, love this. The background papers were just so lovely to work with. And some of the papers out of the background papers, I could have literally taken 1 or 2 of those and gone and made like a whole kit with them. So I had to really kind of like hold back. These are ephemera. I meant to print off a page with all of these on small, just to show you that you can also use these as labels. You just need to reduce them all, but I'll explain that later on. So yeah, you've got 3 pages of those, which are not together. Hang on, we'll do that in a minute. You've got this one here. So again, reduce these will make lovely little label elements for you to utilize. And then this one here, I had great fun doing these. And then this one here, which is a page of vintage Valentine postcards. So you will see the word Valentine. So if you want Valentine, you know, you've got it here. But again, if you don't want the word, you can just cover it over. If you want to use it for something else, different time of the year, whatever. Because I mean, this This is literally, this will fit everything. You can use this for people's birthdays, all sorts. This is not a kit that is limited just to February. Oh, although my birthday is in February. So I love this time of year. It's very exciting. So much to look forward to. And we've got summer on the way. We've got 2 retreats to look forward to. Oh, my goodness. Right, don't go off tangent. Another envelope there. I've also popped in some of these lovely vintage romantic photographs for you to, well, do whatever you want with. If you want to make an album or if you want to use it for ephemera. And then I've popped in some different pockets. So you can layer these over the top of each other if you want. If not, you've got 4 different shaped pockets there. And we've got some beautiful tags. They really are the romantics theme. I really think I should have called this kit Shabby Romantics. Okay. And then we've got this set here. So that one there is all the kind of the lighter, warmer colours, shall we say. And then these are the kind of cooler blues. All right, and then there's another one there then with a few more elements that are just another size again. So again, depending on what your project is and how big you need them to be, these can be used as little journaling cards, or you can turn them around and make them into mini pockets for these to pop into. I am never limited by, that's why I'd never write on my pages what they are. So I wouldn't say page tags, journal cards, because I always feel it's open to interpretation. These you could also use your I'm not even going to attempt to find it. Oh my goodness, if you could see the mess I'm sitting here, guys, some of you would have a fit, but there we are. Tab punch is the word I was looking for. And make tabs with these. So that's another idea for you there. Also, one thing that I do like to do, let me just show you. So these envelopes here, this shape here, and this shape here. Now, sometimes I do them and I have the little wings on the side, but sometimes I leave them off. And on this occasion I've left them off because I think they double up nicely as a large journal card. So if you wanted to pop that in as a large journal card, if you were making, you know, quite a, you know, good sized journal, it could double up as that as well. You can always just trim the bottom off, or more importantly, you could cut it, use it as a journal card, and then fold this bit under. So then on the inside, then you've got yourself a little pocket. See, you've just got to think outside the box with these. So again, that's why I say never write on there what I've what they are, because I think it's good to kind of leave that open to your interpretation. Again, with these pockets as well, these are wings that are meant to be folded under, but I don't mark them off because sometimes I just pop that in my journal like that, or we'll lay that over a book page. So, you know, we'll have a little look at that and we'll have a play about with those, because I know I've had a message from 1 or 2 of you this morning who I think are new members. So welcome. Pat is one of them. Hi Pat, thank you for your message this morning. Yeah, we will be looking at different ways in which we can use the kit, because I do plan to have a play about with it. Now the final kit is the Shabby Blue Valentine Fussy Kits, and in this kit here you will find a real mixture of the 2 colours, blues and reds, because obviously we can't leave red out the equation. So if you want to make your journal really all about love and, you know, just loveliness, then you can pop these elements into it then, whereas I've kind of left the main kits quite versatile. That's the word I'm looking for. So you can kind of, you know, do as you please. So you've got 2 pages of blue fussy cuts, clip arts, basically is what they are, aren't they? And on some of these pages I have done, you'll notice, quite a wide cut-in outline. This has been requested by a few of you, so I've tried it with this kit with some of the images, not with all of the images. So if you try it out, can you give me some feedback on your cutting machines? I know some of you have got cutting machines, and some of you have mentioned in the past about it picking up the outline on different things. So it would be good to know about like the colour of the outline, if it's dark enough for your machine to pick it up, if it's wide enough. I just think sometimes it's helpful to have that bit of a bleed, so that not only that, you don't then have to over ink around them because you won't have all that white. So that was kind of my thinking. But like I say, I haven't done them all like it. I've done some of them like it. And then also, if you don't have a blue ink, at least then you don't have to worry about trying to match that up. You can just use, you know, whatever you've got, just to take the white off the edge of where it's been cut. So that's my thinking behind these. If you were looking at it thinking, my goodness, why are the borders so large? That's the reason why, is to give you a cleaner cutting area. okay? And it saves you then feeling like you've got to really like fussy cut into all these little areas, whereas you can just pop that on now as a, you know, an element. As I say, I haven't done it with them all. The ones that I haven't done it with, I've got the usual, you know, good outline, but not too thick. So you've got this page here with these cutie little romantic elements on them. I love these fussy cuts. I think they're so cute. So cute. And then there's this one here with all of the real yummy goodness. I'm sure when many of you think of Valentine's Day, if you're fortunate enough to be given gifts, they may look something like this. Not a merry-go-round, obviously. I think that's meant to be a music box. We're not to the fairground now. Well, some of you maybe. It's definitely not fairground weather here. I also wanted to chuck in some cute little animals. Again, I went with that around this one because the thought of cutting all those hearts out, it was like, nah, not happening. So I've just put him in a little box. Oh, I love giraffes. So cute. And the little elephant. Of course, they had to be an elephant, but they are just lovely. And then there's some more generic kind of cute animals on this page here, if the more of a safari style is not for you. I've also included a page called, I think I called it Mystical and Magical or something like that. And it's just got some gonks and fairies on there for you. So it's cute. They're just so cute. So I just thought they might be quite nice if you wanted to put those onto the front to your journals or what have you. And then, oh my goodness, you cannot fail to be cutified by this cuteness. They're just so cute. I have news to tell you about cute puppies in a moment. I will come back to that. Of course, I think I was able to, this time, pop in a page of gonks. And these are just so super cute as well. And they just add to the magicalness of this lovely season that we're going into, because spring is magical. And then, of course, I've done a page of flowers at Dan's request, because there weren't enough flowers, apparently. So there's your roses. This page is not in the kit. This is to show you, if you print your fussy cuts 2 to a page, so it'll be a setting that you can choose on your printer. This is the size then that they will come out at. I like to give you the images large because then they're a better quality. It's easier to reduce something than it is to blow it up, isn't it? Whereas if I gave them to you this size and then you wanted them bigger, the image would distort and it would be a bit grainy. Whereas because you've got it good quality in the large, it'll continue then to be good quality when you reduce it, okay? But yeah, you can print these 2 to a page, 4 to a page, all depending on how small you want your clip art to come. And again, I did this one with a nice wide border just because there was so much intricate fussy cut, and I just thought, bah, who's got time for that? Who's got the fingers for that? So there we are, guys. That is the 4 kits. Fussy cuts, ephemera add-on, shabby backgrounds, and then the Shabby Blue Valentine. So I'm actually really pleased with it. I know, I'm sorry I'm a bit late, especially for those of you that are members on the Ko-fi site. Those of you that are members on the Ko-fi site, if you pop over now, the kits are there for you to download. Those of you that are Snowden Lily members, so that's the full membership, you will receive the Valentine journal pages, and I think I put the ephemera pages in with it for this month's kit for you. So if you want to go over and download that, that's there now in the shop, available for you to download now, and it's marked members. Then there are also some additional pages then for the other Ko-fi members. We've got 2 other layers. We've got the daffodil and the bluebell, I think it is. I always get it wrong. And I will just show you those now. So there are 4, I'm never going to get this right now, which way around it is. I think these are the 2 for the daffodil freebies. So I've done you an extra shabby page. I love this. This is really like, you feel like you should be able to kind of texturize it. It's like really embossed looking, and just great for tearing and doing whatever with. And then I've popped some cutie little flashcards in for you, which I just thought would be fun. So they are the daffodil members freebies. All of the members have access to these, okay? And then the bluebell, which is the second tier, also then have these lovely number flashcards, which again I've incorporated little romantic elements with. And I've also done you a page of faux washi, okay? Because I know these come in really handy too. And again, if you're a Snowden Lily member, you also have access to download all of these. Now, I know a couple of the new members have messaged me asking how you get your files. So, I think a notification should go out to you. I don't actually know because I'm not a member of my own page, but I'm sure you get either an email or a notification on your Ko-fi page. I'm not normally this late, guys. Normally the kit's up for like the 1st or 2nd of the month. So I do apologise. But yeah, you should get an email notification to say Rachel Metal Crafts has uploaded a new something to their Ko-fi page. Go check it out, or something like that it says. And then you'll see then that the new kits will be in the shop, and also that the members only files will be on there as well. So I think if you go into the shop, you can click tabs at the top. So if you click members only, it'll just show you the stuff that's for the members. The other thing as well is the kits are all on sale. There are many off codes in the description box of this video, and I will try and pop them in as cards, so you might have a little thing come up the top of the screen here, just so that you can click on that link, because Ko-fi, I can't put a sale on the shop, if that makes sense. The only way you can access the sale is by going through a specific link, which is a little bit complex, but we get there, we work it out. It's fine, it's fine. So that is the kit. Oh my goodness, look at all those fantastic pages you've got to play with there. Now today I've got freebies for you too, because I'm lovely like that. No, because I haven't been here. I am so sorry, guys. I've literally just been super busy, yeah, getting everybody back to where they live, and just, oh my goodness, getting the house restored after Christmas. And we've got a new house guest. The Friday before Christmas, we went and collected the newest member of the crew. There's a new member to the pack. Her name is Evie, and she is a little yellow Labrador puppy. So I've got her downstairs, living in the house at the moment with Holly, who's our retired yellow Labrador. So we've got the two blondes are in the house now, which is quite different, but lovely. So yeah, that's kind of been, just been lots going on. So today's theme, I thought we would look at love letters, but not in a traditional sense, if that makes sense. So while you've been working on, or some of you have been working on the, bear with me a minute, I'm just going to turn. No, I had hoped, I haven't been that organised. Somewhere on my desk, under this plethora of mess, which Bella will attest to, I'm not telling fibs, it is a pigsty in my room, because Mum and Dad popped in yesterday. I'll tell you more about that in a moment. But somewhere under here is the list for Junk Journal January, which I'm obviously now revealing I haven't actually started myself yet, because I haven't been in my craft room. But I have made a journal. So I'll show you that in a minute. But a lot of the prompts are, I feel, quite a good opportunity to be self-reflective. Now, January is a time of self-reflection, as we know. You know, the whole kind of setting resolutions. I'm not a big fan of resolutions, because I find then you break them by the end of the month and then it's a bit of a downer. I just kind of think it's a good time to reflect on oneself and what you want to achieve in the year to come, that kind of thing. So what I thought we would do today is to make some love letters to yourselves. Okay, so I have done you 2 freebies to go and download from the Ko-fi page. One of them is this lovely set of, well, they look like vintage love letters, basically, for, you know. I've also done a cutout outline on these 2, but it's quite faint, because I wasn't quite sure if you wanted kind of like ink and shabby them up, but I'll show you what we can do with those in a minute. And then I've also done this page, which is a page of faux love stamps, but I didn't want to just plonk them on a page and make them like, so I've done them purposely. I know if you cut them out, you're going to say, oh, Rach, why didn't you do them in a line? Because I wanted it to look like a page out of a stamp collector's album. So that's why I've put a background on this one. So if you wanted to, you could print this out and use it in your journals. Okay, I would probably print them 2 to a page, so they'll come out that way, but whatever, you can, you know, you could cut it down. But if you wanted to, you could use this and make it look like a journal, a scrapbook. No, that's not the word I'm looking for. A stamp collector's page. Okay, so that's why they're all different shapes and sizes, and they're all slightly askew, some of them, because I wanted it to look authentic. But we are going to cut some of these out today. Okay, so for today, like I say, we're going to look at doing love letters to ourselves. So I thought it would be really good if if we could find a way to make a little like letter style thing in which you can then write something to yourself. So I thought it would perhaps be nice if we were able to kind of, I don't know, hopes and dreams, or just kind of like a where you're at today moment and where you kind of hope to be in, and don't say 10 years, good Lord, 10 years, that's far too far away. None of us will even remember where this is in a few weeks' time. Do you know what I mean? Even you just think in a month's time, you know, it's the short term, isn't it? It's the small gains. And I think we set ourselves sometimes far too big aspirations, and they don't turn into aspirations, they just turn into deadlines, which if you have a brain like mine, a deadline just makes me go, I can't work to a deadline. No, don't put a deadline on me, because that just shuts me down. So I think sometimes it's good to just have like, you know, little aspirations and things that perhaps we might like to aspire to. So, you know, something that you might like to tell yourself. Do you need to tell yourself something? Do you need to tell yourself that you are awesome and that you are amazing and that you are beautiful and that you are loved and that you are valued? Because I think sometimes the other head talks too much, doesn't it? The other voice rather talks a little bit too much in our heads, and we forget all those amazing things, because we are amazing. The fact that we get up and get out of bed every day makes us amazing. I certainly don't take that for granted, because I know how hard it is some mornings. But yeah, so what I'm doing here, I have taken some book pages. They're actually out of an old French, I don't even know what this is. It's a French school book. It's a French grammar book. That's what it is. Excuse me. So I've taken some of those, probably, and because it's the only bit of French paper. You don't need to use in French book page. You can use any book pages. And we're going to just fold them over like so. And then with these, then we're going to make them into little heart shapes. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you. My heart cutting out is not great. Oh, guys, bear with me a minute. I'm going to go and get a cardigan in a sec. Oh, golly, that's better. I was getting a frozen shoulder sitting there then. Right, sorry. I think I was saying about my heart. It's not ideal. However, you don't have to cut these into heart shapes. Of course, you can cut them into any shape you want. You can leave them just square if you want to. But you need to, the idea is that you leave a hinge. So that's why I've got that kind of shape there. All right. But yeah, even if it just reflect, I mean, crikey, if you really wanted to, I guess you could just do one that looks like half of a heart. Oh, it's gonna, yeah, okay, let's just go for it. So I really am not good at cutting out heart shapes. I don't know what it is. Just, no, I should see now. Look, I'm doing it already, aren't I? I'm not going to say that. I am going to be good at cutting out a heart shape, and it will look amazing. There we go. No more negative talk today, Rachel. Right, there we are. Look at that. Ah, well, we're not going to look at it like that very often anyway. So I think it's okay. It's okay. Right, so you can either have it that shape or you can have it this shape. It's entirely up to you. But that is kind of the what is the word I'm looking for? I was doing so well. Nope, it's gone. You know what I'm trying to say. That's the kind of the aim, the goal. So let's just try this again now. Oh no, I did do, that's right, I did do a template. Haha, I did do a template because I am so poor at normally at cutting them out, but I'm going to be better today because I'm going to use my template. Template's slightly large. I think that's possibly the problem. Oh, why don't we try one this way? Now that would be fun, wouldn't it? And then it can be like a little flippy open thing. Yes, there we are. And then we can leave those two bits at the top to touch then. Let me just get my thing set up. So yeah, Mum and Dad called in yesterday. I am very, very excited. I don't know if any of you have been following along with our New Year neatness on our Facebook page. So basically we're all kind of sharing our room organization process and sharing our mess to kind of help other people out who feel ashamed of their mess. Hey, we are all in a mess, trust me. There are very few people that are super organized and ready and rearing to go after the Christmas break. I think Christmas just leaves us all in a bit of a disarray, doesn't it? Because if any of you are anything like me, half the house ends up in your craft room after the Christmas break. So, and least of all us. I know I didn't get in here at all over Christmas. Oh, I missed being in my room. So, yeah, but we are kind of doing the journey together. But if you've been looking at that, oh, that's better. You'll have seen that Bella has been updating us all on her progress, should we say? Oh, I like it that way. Yeah, that's nice. And Dad has been doing loads of stuff for her, putting shelves up, putting some cupboards together. We went down to IKEA last week and she picked up a few new units to store all her stuff in, which look amazing, I must say. But they popped up yesterday because my dad is very kindly going to come and put some shelves up for me in my craft room. I am so excited. There's nothing fixed to the wall. Oh, I lie. My pin boards are fixed to the wall. But other than that, there's not a shelf up anywhere in my house. We're just awful at hanging stuff like that on the wall. Our walls are not great. There's a lot of mortar in there. So unless you like really know what you're doing, it can get a bit of a mess. So we tend to not hang a lot directly on the walls. And not only that then, but when you want to change it, then it's just a big mess. But they're not going to be going anywhere, these shelves. So I'm committing to it and we're going to have some shelving put up. So Dad is going to come and do that for me. So I feel very, very fortunate to have him to come and do that. And he's going to pop some up in Dan's room as well for the boys to have a bit of storage in there. So yeah, that was the excitement yesterday. But of course, I didn't even, in the past, normally, you know, full disclosure here now, this is kind of like, I think it's like, well, it is definitely linked to like an ADHD thing, but I don't know if other people feel like this too. But I really struggle with organisation. My house has just been constantly chaotic and disorganised. Well, my whole life has been for 40 odd years. You know, my bedroom was always a mess when I was a kid. I just like can't ever seem to kind of, I like things to have systems. I like them to be tidy and organised, but they just don't ever seem to stay that way. And then when they get messy again, then it kind of messes my head up a bit and I'm a bit like, oh, I don't know when to start again now. So yeah, but normally in the past, like Mum and Dad would text or ring and say, oh, we're going to pop in. And I'd have a meltdown in my head. I'd be like, oh my gosh, the house is a tip. My mother's come in. I got to tidy up, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I have a frenzied clean. She really should, no, I'm not even going to say this. But yeah, she really should text me perhaps once a week. And then like my house would be spotless all the time. Because then I'd be constantly having a frenzied clean thinking Mum was coming. I was actually watching a funny meme the other day. Or a reel, is that what they're called? One guy that I follow, he talks about like, advice for things with ADHD and awareness, and he did this video of his friend texting him to say he'd be over in 30 minutes, and then he like did this mad clean, and then his friend didn't come around. He texted him, he's like, you know, where are you, mate? You said you were calling around. He said, I was never calling around. He said, you asked me a week ago to text you to say I was coming over so you would clean up. And he was like, oh yeah, I did that, didn't I? I was like, actually, that's a really good idea. It's kind of similar to the thing they called body doubling. But anyway, so yesterday, because obviously I'm trying out this new medication now to help with my ADHD, I didn't feel that urge to go bonkers. And I mean, don't get me wrong, obviously I whipped the hoover around, but the house was mostly tidy anyway because I'd done my, like, I've been sorting stuff out since before Christmas. But I didn't feel the need to come up and like sort out my craft room before they came in and looked at it. I was just like, hey guys, it's a mess, just brace yourselves. And I thought, yeah, everyone else's houses gets messy. I don't know why we get this kind of like, I don't know, perhaps not everybody else is like it, but I get like really super stressed about it. It's like, you mustn't see my mess. But it's just mess. Everybody has a mess. It's not like my house is in squalor. It's clean. It's just disorganised. Okay, so there we go. So they came yesterday. My craft room was a mess. So my mother has seen, I nearly called her granny then. She's not your granny, is she? She's the kid's granny. She has seen and can attest to how untidy my room is. There are some photos actually on the Facebook page. If you really would like to know what my craft space looks like, go and check them out on our Facebook page at group Junk Journal Trading Post even. And then you'll be able to see then what I'm sitting in. So what I thought I would do with these lovely little hearts is you can now pop, if you want, some blank paper in here. Golly, I could even use the corners that are left. Yeah, no, they're definitely the wrong shape. But anyway, get some coffee dye paper. You could use a doily. That might be quite cute. Centre of a doily in there. Just so you've got something to write. That's what I was thinking. That's the one idea. So I've got a couple here. There we are. I was fortunate enough to pick up a page where... Pick up a page. It sounds like a chocolate bar. Pick up a penguin. Where half the page is not typed on. So, you know, imagine you've got pages like that. So that is perfect, isn't it? I can write in there now. But there's another thing that we can do with that. Also, like I say, I've printed this one out in half size. So I could actually, I think I might actually, let's do that. Right, come on, let me just show you rather than explain. By the way, I do have to say, and I'm not one for plugging stuff. I don't very often mention my tools. I should really, but I received very kindly from my Secret Santa a pair of Tim Holtz scissors. Now, I've always kind of been like, meh, not really bothered, because I always use these. Because they're great for people with arthritis, because they spring open, right? But I do sometimes find them a bit, perhaps I need to oil them, I don't know. Anyway, Steph gave me a pair of these for Christmas. I mean, they're so fancy and nice and sharp. They even come with their own... How cool is that? So I took them out the other day to start cutting some stuff out. Oh my word. Game changer. They are amazing. And sharp. Gotta watch your fingers. So sharp. But just really like light to cut with. So thank you, Steph. That was a really thoughtful gift. And I love them. So yeah, if you haven't yet tested them out, I recommend that you do. If you are in the market for looking for a new pair of scissors, that is, of course. Not that I'm endorsing you guys going out and spending money. That's not the point. I'm trying really hard. I do tend to try in January if I can, not to buy stuff. So I'm trying very hard not to buy any resources this month, because I absolutely do not need anything. Like I said, my room is ram-packed. We are getting ready for our next retreat, which is in, I believe, 8 weeks' time. Oh my gosh, so excited. It's coming so quickly. We're off to Malvern, up near Worcester. So we do have spaces left available. So if anybody wants to join us, you're more than welcome. We have the lovely Angela Kerr joining us to do a workshop. And also, Autumn Moon she's one of our design team members. She is also coming to do a mixed media workshop with us. So very excited to have some extra guests this time. Right, I'm just thinking now, where's my template? Well, I did actually do a smaller heart, but yeah, okay, I'll use that as a guide, and then I'll go big around it, okay? So if you've got a template that's a bit smaller than you actually ideally want it to be, just use it as a kind of shape idea, and then leave, you know, like we talk about the outline and the bleed line on the fussy cut, so kind of create your own, if that makes sense. Is that straight there now? Yes, so we got new puppy again. It's a new member of the pack, getting her ready for next year's season. She arrived 3 days before Christmas. She literally is the Andrex puppy. She was so tiny when we picked her up. So tiny. She wasn't the runt. They were all fairly tiny. But, oh my goodness, 2.5 weeks with us and she's like a little lump now. She looks brilliant. So, yeah, she's kept us on our toes over Christmas, which has been a nice distraction. Kept the boys amused. I think I might use some of this, actually. Oops. Oh, gosh, my hands are cold. Isn't it hard trying to do stuff when you've got chilly fingers? I'm looking for, there it is, my blue and red dollars. A miracle I can find anything in here at the minute. How are all your post-Christmas organisations coming on? Are you tidy? Were you not in a mess in the first place? Is it not the case that everybody gets in a mess at Christmas, or is that just my brain telling me that? Right, I'm also now going to ink around the outer part of this. Oh, I'm enjoying this little project. I was thinking, what am I feeling up to doing today? What am I feeling up to trying? Because I've like just had zero creativity over the last 2 weeks. Or last month and a half, really. I had an email yesterday from YouTube telling me I'd only done one video in the last 28 days. I was like, what? I'm so sorry, guys. You know I tend to just kind of go into one after we do our big collab anyway. I usually need a bit of time to recover, but yeah, I kind of went on a deep dive one this time. It's Christmas. Family must come first, mustn't they? Right, there we go. So I'm going to just glue that down into there now. Hopefully my glue will play ball. Bear with. Okay, finally got my glue unclogged. That's what happens when you leave it unattended and unused and unloved for a little while. It just goes, no, I don't want to play with you anymore. Okay, here we are. So yeah, very excited. We're going to a new location with our next retreat. Springspiration or Be Springspired, I think we've called it, something like that. But yeah, if you really would love some R&R and some relaxation and crafting, we should call it R&C really, shouldn't we? In a lovely tranquil location, we are actually going to stay in I keep calling it Greater Malvern. It's not. I think it's called West Malvern actually, and it's like it's in the Malvern Hills, an area of outstanding beauty, and it is stunning. And I just love it there. So yeah, really looking forward to that. All the meals are included, and we're just going to have 2.5 days of craft, chat, and chill. What could you ask for? And we'll be away from telephones, families, kids, all that thing, work, and just have some you time. So like I say, we do have places left, so if you do want to join us, please feel free to check it out. It's on our website. Yes, we've got a nice new shiny website now. Did I mention that? And you can book directly on the website and pay on the website, and it's all on there sorted out. And then I will drop you a line then with a link to the Facebook group. And then you can come in and hear all the news and find out about the swaps and how all that is going to work. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. This is our 3rd retreat now. We've done 2 last year, and they've been amazing. And we've met just such a lovely community of people. And it's great. It's just really exciting to kind of broaden that spectrum. I'm not great at getting out and speaking to people or getting out and meeting up with friends. I'm actually a bit of a poopy friend because I forget to text people back. I forget to text my own family. I'm useless. I forget to text the kids back sometimes. Although woe betide they don't answer me. You know how it is. But yeah, so these have been great, these retreats, because they've really kind of like made me have to make the effort, if that makes sense. Which, if it doesn't come naturally to you, sometimes it's good to just have that bit of a push, isn't it? And I've really enjoyed it every time. So I fully intend to relax this time, because I've got 2 fantastic ladies come in that are going to be running the workshops and stuff. So you'll have the opportunity to come and sit and craft alongside me if you want to, because I fully intend to have my desk where I sit and do some crafting. Because the last 2 times that I've gone, I haven't even opened my case of stuff. But yeah. Oh, and I had a craft bag for Christmas, which was very exciting. So I am all like ready to go now with all my gear and everything. So yes, that's very exciting. Right, okay, so I've inked up this one. I've popped a little we've popped a little bit of a lined paper in that one. I don't need to do anything in this one because it's done. I tell you what I could do actually. What have we got here? Sorry, I'm just stretching up to grab some stencils that are up on the side. I'm just thinking I might just put a bit of stencil over the background. What do I have here? Obviously nothing. Oh, that's quite nice. I was going to say nothing romantic looking, but that's okay. We'll pop a flower in there maybe. Or some flowers. There we go. Right, I need one of these. And what colour shall I use? There's a question, eh? Let's use the tea stain because it's not going to be too dark. Because obviously I don't want it to be too dark because I'm going to write over it, aren't I? If that makes sense. So let's just pop that there. So we've got the flower in there. There we are. And that'll just kind of stop the background being a bit, you know, meh. Not that a blank book page ever looks meh, but you know what I mean. The other really exciting thing, of course, about this time of year is we start to think about our holidays. So Mum and Dad and I were chatting yesterday and thinking what we were going to do for the summer. And then in October time, my other half, Shaw, is 40 this year, the big 40. So we're gonna plan a road trip again. I think when I am the oldest, only by a small amount, but I am the oldest. So we actually had my 40th in lockdown. Boo-hoo. But actually it was lovely because I was able to just be in the house with the family, so it was nice. But we went, I was supposed to have gone to New York. He'd bought me a holiday to New York for my like Christmas/birthday present, but of course we couldn't go. So we had a refund, and then we went instead for a road trip around Ireland, which I loved. So I think that's what we're going to do again now this year, which will be a lot of fun. Okay, what I thought we could do now is I have printed out some of the background papers. Oh, my ink just started to go as I was doing the last one, so I must remember to change that. And I'm going to just use them to do a little bit of kind of, you know, scrappy collaging on the hearts. Not all of them, because obviously that's why I've got this lovely book papers. But I just thought, you know, we'll give it a go. We'll have a little look. So I'm just going to tear this a second. So bear with the noise. I do apologise. If you find that a little aggravating, you might just want to wind it on or turn the volume down. There we go. Just want to get that white edge off there. Okay, I'm not worried about being left with a rough edge. That's fine. As I said, you're going to see this page a lot. I love this page. It's my favourite of the kit. And I'm just thinking, maybe, just maybe, I might pop it on, some of it on here. So let's start. We've got to just dive in sometimes, haven't you, when it comes to like tearing paper to kind of collage onto a shape, where you just got to dive in, I think, and just be brave. Yes. So I'm just going to be brave. Tear away, tear away. There we go. Kind of going to go like that, I think, and then come down here like so. Yeah. So we don't know whether we're going to get snow. There's been some mention of it this week. We had a few flakes the other night. Everybody got really excited. My youngest got incredibly excited and started running around the room doing press-ups, and it was hilarious. In the end, I put the camera on, was videoing him, just sent it to Mum and his brothers. I was like, look what he's doing. He was like, yeah, snow. I said, are you for real? I think he was more excited because he thought he might have a day off school. He hadn't even gone back at that point, mind. Not that he didn't like school, but, you know, it's just a thing, isn't it, when you're a kid? Like, yay, snow day. But there was no snow day, alas. And he was very much in school yesterday. So, don't get me wrong, I love it when they're home. I love, like, I'm not a great fan of the Christmas holidays. I'm going to be honest. I love the whole, like, thing of Christmas, you know, and carols and all of that, but the Christmas break I'm really not a fan of. In fact, I find it quite miserable. You know, it's very dark, isn't it? It's the darkest days of the year for us up here in the northern hemisphere, and it was wet for most of it. We had a lot of storms, a lot of flooding, and it's just like, ugh, there's nowhere to go because everywhere's shut, and you don't want to go anywhere anyway because it's just meh. So yeah, I do find the Christmas holidays, I'm always kind of glad to see the back of them, and see routine return, if that makes sense. But so yeah, it is quite nice now today. It was a busy day yesterday, but it's nice today now to have just house quiet. I know it'll take me a few days to get my stride, but yeah, it's just nice. Nice to have that. Not that Dan makes any noise at all, and of course the other two are back in uni and Shaw's back in work, but he makes no noise. It's just knowing there's somebody else in the house, isn't it? And that you've got to think, like, you know, I've got to remember to feed him and stuff. Oh, it's dinner time, I'm fed Dan, you know, that kind of thing. But like I said, I don't hear from him. He spent most of the holidays, bless him, playing on his new guitar, which he loves. But yeah, oh, that would be quite nice, wouldn't it? If I just have that edging out there. Oh, I could have left that a bit longer, actually. I think I might do that. Have it like a frill on the end, look. See, how does that look? Oh, I like it. I like it. Right, so let's do that then. I don't know, guys. Am I less chatty now? You're going to have to tell me, because I have no idea. Like I say, I'm on these new, this new medication now for ADHD. We're all on them, actually. All three of us, me and the two older boys. Because we've all been diagnosed in the last few months. And we're all on the same thing at the moment. But I notice it affects us differently. So, oh, poop. I just realised what I've done. Nicky knocky now. See, obviously not concentrating, am I? Can't talk and glue at the same time. Don't need glue there, Rach. That bit's going to be hanging out. Don't need the glue there. Silly Billy. What I was about to say was, do you think I'm quieter? Do you think I'm more focused? Clearly not. Still the flippity gibbet. Oh, never mind. It'll dry. It'll dry. It'll be fine. My lovely clean mat that I just washed, especially for you all to join me today. Oh, well, never mind. Right. Okay. There we are. Right. Just fold that over a minute and pick it up so it doesn't stick to my thing. I'll let that dry a minute. But I think that looks quite cute. Don't you think so? I think as little love letters, notes go. We're basically making notelets, we are. I'm imploring you to write yourself a nice little letter in there. But you don't have to. You can just use them to go into your journals. But I just thought they'd be just little fun notelets. So there's that one there. But just to finish that off, what I thought we would do is pop a little stamp at the top. Have I got any, oh, again, don't even bother asking, Rach. Probably somewhere in this room. There's a pair of crimpy scissors, but I don't know what I've done with them. I'm going to use that one. Which one do you think goes best? Oh, hear that dog out there? That one is one of ours. That's the last puppy that is. That's Rip out there, barking at poor old Toby. Because Toby probably didn't want to play and Rip's being a nuisance. He's a monkey, aye. Play with me, he's saying. Play with me. It's like white out there. It's not snowing. It's just like the air feels white. You know that kind of atmosphere when you think somebody's getting snow somewhere. It's up there. The clouds are up there. But I don't know whether it's too cold. I don't know. Is that a thing? Too cold for snow? It used to sound ridiculous to me when I was a kid. Can it be too cold for snow? But apparently it's a thing. So I don't know. I'll go with that. That's fine. Right. Now, last but by no means least, I'm going to bring in my one little bit of organisation, my little lace tray. Because I was thinking, oh no, I haven't got my blue stuff out yet. Where's all my lace? And then I looked up and I was like, oh, phew. I have lace there in that cute little pot. Oh, golly, my knees are hurting today. My knees do not like this cold weather, that's for sure. Now, that stuff's a bit thick there. We want something a bit more... Ah, we'll have some of this stuff, shall we? I like this stuff. Mum gave me some more because I was running short. Now, you can either cover it completely. I'm sure I've done something like this before. I don't think I want to do that, though. I'm going to just put a little snippet of lace. Let's try and get that flower in. There we go. Right, fold it up now. Don't just chuck it on the side like you normally do. Forever to stay where it'll remain. Fold it up, put it back. I've got to trying to do this, look. I've got to stop taking stuff out and then just sling it on the side. There we go. Tidy. Right. So I'm thinking that I'll put that there like that. And we'll have the lace then going over. So I will trim like that bit there, I think. And then that'll be like layer. There we are. Okay, let's try and glue that down. This stuff is quite fun to glue. That was an ironic fun then. Somebody gave me a glue stick at the last retreat. What have I done with that now? After me mentioning I could do with a glue stick, I walked in and one of my lovely ladies handed me a little glue stick. But oh, I know it is. It's in my little bag. Right, I need to fish that out. Because these are the moments when a little glue spreader, not a stick, a glue spreader would be useful. I was on about it in one of my videos. Oh, it really makes my heart warm when I know you guys are listening to my waffling, and I was doing something, and I was like, oh, I could do the old-fashioned school spreader now. And then, like, a couple of weeks later, we went to the autumn retreat, and one of my lovely ladies came over and she passed me this glue, and I was looking a bit confused at first, and I just started laughing to myself, thinking, she heard me say I needed a spreader. So kind. You guys are amazing. Right, here we are. Pop our little stamp on there. I'm not going to do it straight. I'm going to do it like that, I think. There we are. Right, glue down now. Oh, I think that looks super cute. Now, obviously, if you want to make this like really texturized, it'd be nice if you want a little bit of stitching around there. You could pop a cluster on there. But I'm going for the kind of non-bulk route at the minute, so that this can pop into my journal. I think that looks really cute. So I've just zipped on, and I had to turn the camera off, or rather speed you guys up, because I was taking too long and waffling. So it was easy just to quickly finish the rest of them off. I just thought I'd show you the finished products. So this was the one that we did together. It's our little scrappy notelet there. I guess you could probably put a little bit of lace on that edge in there as well, if you had a nice thin bit to go on there. This one here, I did a bit of a built cluster kind of effect on there with a bit of lace, a bit of doily, and again, where your edging is perhaps not perfect, like my hearts were not perfect because obviously I needed the straight, I've just kind of made up for that now by adding the doily over to disguise it, and I've just popped a little bit of lace on it, cut out one of those images from that photograph page, and then that's ready to go as another lovely notelet. This one here, I use one of the images from the freebie to go onto the front, and I've added this little bit of a lace edge in here, just a bit of interest. And then of course when you open it up, you've got that little notelet section inside. And then this one here, which I almost forgot, and which was actually my original idea and why I designed these, was to have a little kind of slide on closure, so that it kind of keeps people out, because I find people might be nosy, but people are very often lazy, so they won't undo anything or take anything off anything. if it means, you know, to look inside, they'll just say, oh, that's nice. So you could just slide that on there, and then nobody be any the wiser. And like I say, I've just put one of those little freebies on the front of there as well, just to add some interest. So there you are, guys. There's 4 little ideas there for you on how you can make your little love letters using the freebies from today. They will be available on our Ko-fi page when this video goes up. If you want to go over and check them out. Also, don't forget, all our kits are in our shops now, in Etsy and in our Ko-fi shops. For the discount in Ko-fi, make sure you use the link that's in the description box below. The direct link will take you there, and it'll take the discount off automatically for you. Etsy, it's automatically applied in the shop, so you haven't got to worry about it there. All right, but thank you ever so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I can't wait to come back and carry on working with our lovely Valentine's kit. Have a great day, guys, and I'll see you all soon. Take care now. Bye-bye.